Hey, soul family. Oh, I'm so far away. My little stand broke, so I have nothing to put you guys on. I've been trying for the longest time to figure out how I could set something up. That's too far away. I've walked around my house, and I've got so many containers. You would think that there's something here that I could use to prop you up. So I'm going to create a little stand, and let's see if it does the job. Hey, that works. Okay. It's hotter than Hades here. It was literally 100 yesterday, and I was shocked that Sedona was that hot. So let's work this into our reading here. Somebody needs to prop somebody up, feels the need to prop somebody up, or has a difficult time propping themselves up. There's something about that, right? Or maybe you need to just give somebody props. Maybe there's that message. So I'm going to push you guys back a little far. Hold on. And maybe that's what they did. Maybe they pushed you back a little too far instead of giving you the props that you deserved. How about that? There's a message in that. And as I say that, gosh, I look like I'm bald. I do have hair. It's just back there. It's so freaking hot. I can't tell you. As I say that, a little red finch landed on the ceiling fan outside. And he's just looking at me. It's so interesting. Are you telling me you don't have enough food? He's talking to me. They've made a mess of their food. They've thrown it all over the place. And there's one on the other side. He says, but it's not as fresh as the other one. Somebody doesn't feel like they're getting the attention, or maybe the quality of energy or exchange that you have given them in the past. Those are things that pop up. Okay, so today, items to choose from. The little seal. I love this little guy. This is, to me, I see a pelican here. Do you see the pelican? The great pelican. It also could be a cormorant. Oh, the cormorant. There was a cormorant that I rescued. It was being tossed at sea. It almost died, and I rescued him. He was a big bird. So, but something got stuck in his throat. He wasn't able to get the nourishment that he wanted. So I'm thinking about maybe somebody didn't give the props, wasn't able to say what they needed to say. Anyway, it ended up weakening him, the energy, and he got tossed, and he was being tossed again and again. He almost died. And I did Reiki on him all the way, 45 minutes in town. And I have big pictures of him, and he had his head down like that. He was so sad. He was beautiful, little cormorant. Cormorant also is a bird that the fishermen put a ring around their neck, and then they force them to go down and dive for the fish, but they're not allowed to keep any of the fish for themselves because they can't swallow it. So it's somebody was probably stuck. It felt like they were stuck in a situation or was made to do something, wasn't able to keep anything for themselves. This all comes out. This is petrified wood. It's pretty magical. And anyway, I took him and I did Reiki all the way in. And when I got there, the guy said, oh, I think he's passing. And I said, no, he's asleep. I've been doing Reiki on him. He's going to be fine. And so he took him in, and he got the little pebble that was lodged in his throat, helped him. So his throat chakra was shut down. He wasn't able to, express. Maybe that's the message. I don't look right today. Something looks weird about me. I'm not going to record this. I don't know, maybe I should. It's just being vain right now. Maybe that was what the message is. Maybe I need to just keep letting this run, right? Maybe it was vanity. Oh my God, the song that's playing right now was that new song by Victoria's Secret. I think Victoria's Secret was made up by a dude, right? The impossible body types. We're hard on our bodies. I'm looking at myself thinking my arms look heavy, and I'm, killing myself at the gym, and not my home gym, and then my face looks weird, and there's something strange about what's going on, and why are we so hard on ourselves? I'm gonna let this run. Okay, so we've got the cormorant. We've got the baby seal. And let's do this. I choose her because this is how I should be seeing myself. Her chariot is drawn by Norwegian forest cats, which I have Saphira as my Norwegian forest cat. I heard Finn is too, but he's not really. But he's drawing my chariot. So I guess that's Saphira and Finn. And this is a Norwegian goddess. When I ordered this online, I thought it was a full statue, and I found out it was flat from behind. It wasn't as and it was very expensive. And I always forget her name. It's ridiculous that I forget her name. I'm hearing her Egyptian name, which is ridiculous. It's not. This isn't a. But it's my past lives, right? So, what is your name? Ain't got no body issues. You don't see her arms. She covers them with her hair, and she's got meaty thighs like mine. That's what I do. That's probably why I can't cover my arms. It's too hot. Okay, that one. And what else would be a good one? I like this one. This is a journey stone, the Dreamer stone. The stone is amazing. I broke it. I dropped it and broke it, but it's still fabulous. If you look close, you can see valleys and trees and rivers going through it. It could be, to me, it's the forest. It's the magical forest. Look at that. I choose this one too. I choose these two, even though I saved the little guy and that little seal. Okay? Song that I'm getting in the background is as I'm friends with a monster, and it's talking about somebody who's got issues, right? I've got monster issues. Beggars can't be choosers. I wanted to be known for my music, so I wanted to be known for this or for that. I wanted it both ways. Fame polluted him, made his mind crazy, right? So he got messed up. So I pulled certain cards forward to make room on the desk for this. And you know what? My arms actually don't look that bad, but when you put them up in the camera up close, when you put anything under a microscope, see, because if you back up a bit, this is the reality, right? I don't look strange. Up close, I look like my head's huge, my hair's weird, and my arms are huge. So stop putting yourself under a microscope, maybe, or somebody else under a microscope, or the situation under a microscope. You make something bigger than it needs to be. There's the message. Okay, so we're gonna go left to right, and I guess we'll just do the cards left to right. So for those who chose the Cormorant or the Pelican, now when I see it as a Pelican, he's got his head down here as well. Pelican talks about dropping, it's about forgiveness. It's about dropping the baggage from the past, and it's about forgiveness. This one looks like they need to forgive themselves for something. This guy, right? Friends with the monster. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Pelican or the Petrified wood, it's so beautiful. It's got druzy. Look at the druzy quartz right inside here. Oh, it's just magical. So the message that you have is to help heal this situation. Now look at that person. See how their head is down? Look at this. Their head is down, right? They're feeling bad about something. So this is, and there's someone ministering to you. So it says to help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion, because we all see things from our point of view, right? But try to see it through their point of view. See if you can detach, because everybody looks at life through the lens of their own life and what they've experienced, right? So the angel is coming over and comforting this one here. And there's been a misunderstanding, and somebody's judged somebody, right? There's a misunderstanding here. This one had something stuck in their throat. They weren't able to say what they wanted to say, so they said something stupid, or they didn't say anything at all, or I don't know. I'm just giving an example, right? So there have been misunderstandings here. It's based on judgments that were made about the other person's motives, the other person's character. Maybe, you assumed something or somebody assumed something and it was incorrect. So all judgment needs to be released from this situation in order for this to come out properly. And instead of seeing somebody as bad or you as good, or just try to recognize that everybody's doing the best that they can while they're going through whatever they're going through, right? It also says that you could be projecting something that you're feeling about yourself onto another person or another situation. So that's not the truth either. So it's an opportunity to lose your ego and recognize that no, don't if it doesn't come from my lips, or I don't tell you myself, or you don't see it happen, it isn't valid. Don't listen to what anybody else has to say. Don't assume. Don't create your own story, and don't project onto me what somebody else did. I'm not them, right? That's what you need to do as well. So I'm willing to release the part of me that's irritated when I think of this person or when I think of this situation. I'm willing to put that part of me away, and then I'm going to allow Spirit to come in and help heal this situation. So I'm asking for this in regards to someone in my life. I'm asking for help, that communication is cleared up, and that misunderstandings are healed, and that everybody would be willing to forgive and forget and move forward. So there's that message. That's the first message out the gate. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the baby harp seal, he's got blue eyes, if that means anything, if that changes your choice or solidifies your choice. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the baby harp seal, I like it when Spirit, geez, we got 2. We got 1, and then 3, 4, no, too many. I'll give you 2, because I kept knocking them and they kept opening up. So the first one was rest. You've been working too hard. It's time for a rest. It's time for downtime. Get some rest. I did a reading this morning for almost 2 hours, and it was exhausting energetically. And so I'm not doing a reading right now. I thought, well, should I go online? I thought, no, I'll just do this with you guys real quick. And then I'm going to take Bea out for, it's super hot. We can't go for a walk, but I'm going to take her to Goodwill. I'm looking for a pot for 2 pots for my plants. But Spirit says it's not just rest, it's about being gentle with yourself. So it's being gentle with judgments is what I heard, gentle with judgments. It's definitely don't work as hard as you are. Whatever you need to do, do that. And everything, any superfluous, is that the word? Anything unnecessary, let that go. You don't need to do that. Just focus on renewing your energy. Spirit knows what you need as far as finances, and they know what you need to do. So they wouldn't ask you to do this if you weren't covered. So you're good. Right? Give yourself permission. Also, go and give yourself a hug. See how this little one is hugging themselves? Hug yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I love you. And I'm going to treat you with the respect you deserve. Like me saying, oh, my arms look so big. Maybe I won't put this video on. Your arms are normal. Your arms are regular. Stop gargantuizing something. Stop. My mom used to say, stop awfulizing. Stop making things so big, so bad, so horrible when they're really not. Like you're looking at things from a warped perspective. Whether that's, I feel like I should look better. I feel like that I should do better. I feel like I should, none of us are perfect, and we're all working. We're all working towards a higher level of ascension, or we should be, right? That's why we're here. So Spirit says right now, no rushing. This is easygoing. Take it easy. Enjoy your day, and be as kind as you can, just like you would be to a newborn kitten. I would be very gentle to a newborn kitten. I would be snuggling them and telling them how beautiful they were. Now the songs, music for manifesting. So to think, this is about manifesting what it is that you're desiring. So you don't want to be singing negative songs like A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and your brother and your dog and everybody else. If you're trying to manifest a relationship, right? Or if you're trying to manifest anything, you think about what you're desiring and sing along to it. Like give yourself, if self-empowerment. And as I say that, this little hummingbird keeps going to my bird feeder. You can't eat that. I put water. Oh, it's happening, finally. They wouldn't drink from my hummingbird feeder with the hummingbird food in it. So I took the food out and I just put water in, and he came and took a drink, finally. Because there's chemicals in that, Pure. So, song right now, put your loving hand out. See, that came to distract my mind for a second. But also to wait so that the song could come on and be part of this message. Put your loving hand out, baby. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Somebody has done something and they don't know how to go about fixing it, remedying the situation. But the hummingbird says you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself as well as others. And this one is saying, I'm begging you. Put your loving hand out. I'm begging you. So maybe that's what they're doing. Put your loving hand out. I'm asking you to reach out to me. I'm asking you to when I was king, I thought I had everything. You walked away. You want me dead. Easy come, easy go to you. And now he's like, oh my gosh, she's gone. Put your loving hand out, please. I'm begging you. So if there's a chance in that situation, who do you think needs to put their loving hand out? Do you think that he should sit there and wait for her to put his loving hand out? Chances are he's never going to get that, right? Because he walked away. And so if he wants that back, he's the one that needs to put his loving hand out, doesn't he? You want that? And he's subliminally saying, I'm begging you, put your loving hand out. No, you're still coming from a place of ego. You still want me to do all the work. You already walked away from me. Do you think I'm going to put my hand back out so you can slap it or slap it away or completely ignore me? If you have now recognized that you fucked up, you're the one that needs to put your loving hand out. It doesn't mean you're going to get your head bit off. It just means that you're going to show that person respect. You're going to show that person, if this is what you want to manifest, then you need to do something about it, don't you? And that's what this music for manifesting, right? Think about what you're asking about. Think about what happened and think about what you're trying to manifest. This song is saying, the onus is on you. Little blue-eyed baby harp seal. Your onus is on you. If you want to remedy this situation, you see that other person's side with compassion, right? And what did you do? You walked away and you left them hanging. And you think that you're just gonna wait around for them. That obviously shows that you still think you're all that in a bag of chips, right? You think you're so irresistible or you're so valuable and that they're not. But anybody that's worth their salt is gonna, if you're interested in this, she obviously already had her hand out, or he already had their hand out and it was slapped away. They were treated with disrespect. This person knows it. So what do they need to do about it? They need to do something about it. End of message. Correct neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the goddess, I definitely do. I choose this goddess. I want to say the goddess Hera, and it's not her. It's, she's a cousin of Artemis. I'm connected to both of them. The Welsh is the Artemis, and this one is my Norwegian, and for the life of me, I don't know why. I mean, her name is in the Norse language, right? So I can't read it. Can't remember her name. Come on, Spirit. What's my name here? For those who chose her. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose her. I mean, it's so hysterical that this guy is coming back with the same ego that he left with. Thinking, well, now I've recognized, I want you. So won't it be wonderful if I come back and tell you I want you? But when you call me. You'll never get that call. It'll be a cold day in hell before you get that call. If that woman has learned anything from this subject, or if this man has learned something, whether it's a man or a woman, right? If they've learned their own self-respect, you want something, you go after it. You messed up, you say, I'm sorry, I apologize for disrespecting and dishonoring your feelings. I acted dishonorably. And maybe you didn't. Maybe something occurred and nothing could be helped, but you didn't handle it well. Then you need to explain yourself. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. Woo! Yeah, I like this. I chose this and I like the message. You need fresh air. I do, and it's so hot. We keep going outside for little breaks underneath the trees because it's cooler out there. But just getting outside in the fresh air, it clears your energy. It just feels good. I love having this yard. I love having this property. It's so beautiful. I'm so blessed. Thank you, Spirit and Mom, for arranging this for me. So your body needs fresh air. It needs to not have recirculated air. It's like being on an airplane all day long, or if you're in a house. I have my air conditioning on very, very low. It comes on when it gets to be 80. So it hasn't been on all day. And I've got a fan, but it's still circulating. Like in the morning, like at nighttime when I go to bed, I open up all the windows. And but during the day, it's saying you can get this oxygenation from the grass, from the leaves, from the green. That's what we need. Finn and Ligris and Bea and I were playing in the grass earlier today, and I was shocked. It was so hot outside, and I laid down next to Finn, and it was so cool under the trees and the grass. It was beautiful. So all the plants, the flowers, the trees, that's why my house is filled with plants inside, because I want to bring the outside inside. And Spirit says, let the light in, right? Let the light in. I don't have any curtains on any windows They hang to the sides. I literally don't, because I like it bright. This house is private enough that I can walk around naked in here, as long as my landlords aren't visiting, and no one can see in from any of the other properties. So let the light in, Spirit says. Let the light shine in on you. Bring nature in as much as you can. Do what you can about bringing plants inside, right? I've got plants growing everywhere, in every room. They're everywhere. And somebody said to me, wow, you've got a lot of plants. I'm like, I do not have enough plants. I do not have enough plants. Plants, I could live inside a nursery. I love that, right? That's what I love. So they want this to happen. They want the oxygen from the plants. Go get some plants. The first thing I did, I moved into this house, and everything in that house had fake plants, and I threw them all away immediately. And the first thing I did was bring in all new plants, real plants, live plants. Life, it's growing. It's exciting to see new leaves come out. They clear and purify the air. The green is pleasing, and it's regenerating to your eyes when you look at green. If you go outside and you look up at the blue sky and you look at the green trees, it's pay attention to what it feels like. It's like taking your eyes and dipping them in a cool glass of water. That's what it does. You just need to breathe in. And maybe you need to get out of the city. Maybe you need to get into the country. Spirit says, get into nature. We want your hands in dirt. We want you walking on the soil. We want you climbing the mountains. We want you pumping the airs through your lungs. We want fresh, right? That's where you can get some exercise. Get outside. Bay and I hiked to the top of Sugarloaf Summit yesterday. Maybe travel to a place where there's more sun, because maybe my son has what's called SAD. It's light deprivation. It's lack of sunshine, because he lives in Victoria, Vancouver Island, and he's recognized that he has that. And so he comes down to California, goes to Newport Beach with his family once a year for a couple months to get that hit of vitamin D. Natural vitamin D is very, very different than vitamin D in a pill. So spend some time around trees. Ooh, yeah, get to the beach, get to a park. They're also saying breathe some fresh life into relationships. If your relationships have gotten stagnant, song right now, I was into you, but I'm over it now. This is the song. A, B, C, D, E, F, U. Everybody except for your dog. I love your dog, but everyone else has got to go. So it sounds as though there's a relationship that's tanked, and Spirit says maybe you need to breathe some life into a relationship. Look at this. I'm glowing. Cloud out there. Yay! There's a cloud over the sun. I'm grateful for that. Okay. And for those who chose the Journey Stone, the Sacred Journey Stone, I love this. It's called Lodalite. This is the polished Lodalite. I want a big one of these that I can just stare at. This is too small, but it was expensive, so I'm pretty frugal with myself, which is ridiculous. Maybe that's what I should do. Look online and see if I could. But I want to pick them out by hand. Although, you know what? Maybe I should just take this and spend some time with it. It makes me feel like going to Colorado. I haven't been there since I was a teenager. Okay, and guess what deck I get? Oracle of Shadows and Light. We haven't had this deck for a long time, and it's one I used to use all the time. Remember? It was my favorite. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the Lodalite or the Sacred Journey Stone. Wow! Wow! Okay. 2 messages. They flew out at the same time. So, Ghosts of the Past. So this is the past is going to return. And as you see, she's got no mask on. So I will tell you, if my past returns, I am not the person I was. Right? I've taken my mask off. What you see is what you get. There is no facade. I was never a facade, but I've learned. I'm not hiding myself. Look, I'm literally got my arms uncovered. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Even though I almost didn't put the video out because I got stuck in ego, realizing I was blowing the thing up way too close. I'm not covering up anymore. I'm not covering up my feelings. I'm not covering up anything about what I think. What I say is what I will express. What I feel. Right? Maybe it's I'm just giving you different examples. If you look in the background, they're all wearing their masks still. So this is when the past returns. It doesn't need to be that somebody specifically comes back into your life, although oftentimes it does. Talk about relationships coming back from the past. This talks about, sometimes it's memories of the past coming up. Like I've had a lot of memories coming up about how things were done, and I look back with different eyes. I look back, and I do look back with compassion. I look with compassion for myself as well as them, because I'm much more mature about the way I see things now. And when I look back at the past, I've learned my lessons, right? I figured it out, and I'm like, well, okay, well, that wasn't, well, you did this. Well, it's because I felt that. But yeah, but what do you think made them blah, 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 blah. It's like, it's like a house of cards, right? You knock one and they all go flying over, or like a domino effect, right? So the message about, and we're going into Mercury Retrograde. We're literally in the shadow period right now. So I've been having a lot of dreams about people from the past. I've been getting a lot of signs and messages that somebody from my past wants to come back in, that somebody wants to apologize for the way that they handle the situation. And I, for one, am somebody that's, I don't hold a grudge, and I don't stay angry, but I do hold people accountable for their actions, as I hold myself accountable, right? And so if you want fairness in a situation, then you need to recognize that you're saying to the universe, I want it to be fair. They expect you to be fair too, right? So everybody gets their karma. So the past comes back sometimes to remind us of situations that we would rather not think about. I don't want to think about that time when I was behaving that way, or when I was doing that, or when I was feeling that way. Why are you torturing me? I've moved past that. Stop bringing up my past. But the past comes to show us, how much have we learned? Have we learned that lesson? And maybe to look back and say, wow, I'm really proud of you, how you've grown, how you've grown past that. You've learned that lesson, and yeah, we're not here to beat you up with it. We're here to tell you, give yourself a pat on the back. It's also, the past may come back again and think that they're going to come in like that other person thought they were going to come in with that ego. Like, put your hand out, put your loving hand out, baby. I'm ready to love you. No, I'm sorry. That's not the way it goes. And maybe I was pathetically, desperately, running after you. Maybe that's what you thought. I in truth loved you. My intentions were pure, and I thought yours were too, and you were just playing games with me. So no, it wasn't running and chasing after you. I said, is this a game? And you said, no game. And yet you treated it like a game. So I don't play those games. Homie don't play that way, right? So the past may come back, but it better come back without a mask on. It better not come back playing that same story, because we've ascended past that, or we should have by this point, right? So this may be a welcome. You may be wanting the past to come back. You may be been hoping that somebody would come back and you be given the opportunity to remedy the situation and talk it through. Like, I'm willing to talk this through. If you're willing to be honest and open with, maybe we can build things on a solid friendship and move forward in a proper way. Maybe this is a business partner. Maybe this is a family member, right? There's been a distance, and yes, I love you and I miss you and I want you in my life, but it's not going to be the way it was before. Right? This is about mutual respect. This is about everybody being treated with respect. Everybody. So it only returns for a time. It may return because maybe you need to wrap it up and tie it up and throw it away, or maybe you're going to revive something. Maybe Spirit's giving you both a second opportunity or a third opportunity or whatever it is, right? And then here, Spirit says there's been a deep healing that's been taking place. So maybe that's what needed to happen. It wouldn't, and it's not about being angry, because obviously if something didn't work, it couldn't have worked at that time. There were mitigating circumstances. There was healing that needed to take place. And now maybe the healing has taken place so that now you can approach the situation both with an open, compassionate, understanding, loving attitude for self and for the others, right? Maybe it is that you need healing. Maybe there's healing that really needs to take place, and you need to spend a lot of time loving you. Or maybe you need to make sure that you don't let the past come in, the past that was disrespectful, that was abusive to you. Maybe you're comfortable with that because you know it, but Spirit says you need to be cared for. You need loving energy. You need gentle energy. Song in the background, I want to get numb and forget where I'm from. That doesn't help. It never gets rid of the situation. You need to allow yourself to heal. The past maybe comes up. It comes up so you can look at it and realize, wow, I still have some healing I have to do here. I still have some things I need to let go in regards to this. We're constantly going to be going through this, right? And as we ascend, people fall away from our lives. Family, friends, relationships, jobs, right? Whatever is not on our vibrational frequency will fall away. It's meant to do that because we're elevating to a higher vibration, higher frequency. So spirits, I said I want to go to Kauai so bad. I would like to go to Kauai for my honeymoon. I'm not dating anyone, but that's where I'd like to go for my honeymoon. I've never been and I've always wanted to go. And I can't move there because I have cats and they'd have to be in quarantine. But I'm looking at that and I'm seeing Kauai. What a beautiful trip that would be. Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe you need to go on a healing trip. Maybe you and a loved one need to get away and go somewhere like that. As soon as I said that, the little finch came flying back and he landed on my tree frog. And the frog represents dropping and releasing the past, emotional baggage, cleaning house, clearing house, restoration, purification. That would be a beautiful place to do that, don't you think? Go with a girlfriend. Maybe that's an idea. I keep saying I want to go. I don't have to wait until my honeymoon. I'm not even dating anybody. I don't even see anybody. So right now, the past coming back, maybe the past triggers you and you need to spend a little more time healing on it, right? Or maybe you've done the healing, now the past can come back. Maybe put your loving hand out. When you want someone to put their hand out, palm out, they're not going to slap you with it, right? This means I'm welcoming you. Put your loving hand out. But be willing to do that the same, right? All right, I'm gonna leave that. That's my message. So I'll have to listen back to these again myself. Maybe I'm going on a trip to Kauai. I'd have to get a cat sitter, but that can be arranged. I wanted to do positive affirmation cards. I like these personal power cards. So we'll just do one at a time. The ones who chose the... I always forget what I choose. For those who chose the Petrified Wood, the Pelican, the Cormorant. Okay, 3 came out, so you get 3. They're short, so I will do this. I am a healer. That's wonderful. I am too. You can heal your healer, heal thyself. I am connected. We are all connected. I am connected. You may be connected energetically to someone. What comes to your mind? I'm connected to source. I'm connected to animals. I'm connected to my highest self. I'm connected to the love of my life. I am connected to my family. I am safe. I am safe. I'm connected. I'm a healer and I am safe. Those are beautiful. For those who chose the baby harp seal, the blue-eyed baby harp seal, that's way too many, Spirit. I can't do that many. What is the message for those who chose the baby harp seal? Bea's so quiet under the couch, under the table. She's just like, I hate when mine works all day long. We're not gonna work. She doesn't know we're about to go to the Goodwill. It's her favorite place. She gets so much attention. Too many, Spirit, please. That one. I am confident. I am confident. Tell yourself that. If you're not feeling confident, you tell yourself it until you believe it. I am confident. For those who chose the Lodalite, I am abundant. 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 And I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. I need to tell myself that when I walk outside with my arms uncovered. They're getting there. They're getting there. For those who chose the goddess, can't remember her name. Correct for neutrality. I just like her energy. She's a nature baby that loves cats. She's got long hair. She loves being outside. Her cloak is beautiful. Correct for neutrality. She looks like me. If you look at her head, look at her. She totally does. I'm Norwegian and Welsh. Mostly Norwegian, but that's the Welsh. Correct for neutrality. That's why I chose it. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the goddess, I'm curious. Ooh, I like that. Curious is the cat. Hi, I'm curious. I'm curious. Well, why don't you go satisfy that curiosity? All right, you guys, love you. If I could help any of you with a private reading, you can get a hold of me on YouTube, right underneath the videos. People can leave comments. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com, SHERRICOLUMBUS@yahoo.com. You can find me at Sherry Columbus on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on Facebook I'm Angels Whisper Sherry Columbus, and we just got 2 randoms again. I am supported and I am a healer, and maybe you are supported as a healer. I am. So I would be happy to help you. I love my private clients. I'm more and more private clients. I make room for them right away before I go on my psychic hotline, which I'm going on less and less nowadays. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. They and I are going to head off. Take care. I love you. Bye.